Just gonna come right out and go live. All right, so let me get the laptop set up and all the other stuff. And good morning to everybody. We'll see what we have here. It's gonna be paintbrush again today. Paintbrush work. It's all about the details. Why? I don't know why the screen is so big. Hit that like and subscribe and all that other stuff. Don't know how to make this. All right, let's get into the paintbrush work. I didn't post that I was going live. I just did it. It's Monday, President's Day. Yesterday I did not go live. Like you all know, I'm a big NASCAR or auto race fan. So that's why we didn't do it yesterday. And y'all could tell that I have done a lot of the other stuff with the crown. I did all the other lines in there. Did all this down here. I need to come in and do some of that light brown up around there. That's basic off of that. So we're going to keep on rocking with the paintbrush for now. I still got to go around and do all the woodwork on that. And we'll keep on working on it. See how long we go today. It seems like this my YouTube channel is turning into paintbrush work, but I'm not as good as with the airbrush as everybody else is. But we'll get there. Eventually, we get there. Keep on working with, keep on working with your artwork that you want to do, and eventually everything will work itself into place. So, need to make up this color, fill these in, and then when I'm doing her dress, I want to come back. I got to come in with the darker blue. Same thing with the hair. Just gotta keep on working with it, and I will come in with the darker orange and stuff like that for the stained glass to have it pop up a little bit. But it's process. It's all about the process. And the reason I'm late, little late this morning of getting started, I had to go give some blood to the vampires. All right, my eyes. I need to clean off my glasses a little bit. And it's good the last couple times I was doing the videos. I had a lot of people joining the chat and that. Now I'm doing it Monday morning, and I don't have that many people. But that's all right. I know everybody's busy. I understand. Even though it's President's Day, some people don't get days off. And I got a baseball hat on today. I don't know how it's. All right. Now, like I said, I have to come down here and color some of this stuff in and try to do it with the same color there. And now hold my hand the same way. Like I tell everybody, don't know if somebody else is doing a live stream or not. If I'm doing my live stream when they're doing theirs, I apologize. Hit that like and subscribe. I want to build this channel up. Like I said, if I can build it up to 1,000 people, I'll give a painting away to somebody. And you don't have to be present. Uh, how I'll set it up for drawing the name and that. By the people I see, it's in the room. I'll get a list of all the people that have joined the channel. I'll figure that out. I could figure that out. I do have a good list. As I get it, sometimes people keep their YouTube channel private, which I don't blame. Oh, the paintbrush I'm using is the 00. Steve Leahy's favorite paintbrush, and I'm starting to like it now too. I was liking the 000, but my 000 I need to replace. But now I've been using the 00 and I've been liking it. I think it's because of me getting used to doing paintbrush work that I grown to like this 00. Because I was so used to using the 000. I was liking the 000 because it gave me the good detail, but yeah, the 00's giving me is helping me out. Because I know how far to push it in and how far to pull it back to do your lines and that. Because before I used to always push it in when I'm using the 000. But now I know how to. I got I have it a little bit under control now. And I probably will add other color over top of that to make it pop a little bit more for jewelry wise. Because that's what it's not really, well, this ain't really jewelry that I'm working on. It's like part of her glitter of the dress. Let's see what's going on here. See if it'll work on that. Yeah, I was watching the Daytona 500 yesterday. Good ending to the race. Happy for uh, Michael Jordan racing. Michael Jordan and Denny getting their first champion, or not champion, Daytona for their team, their business. Especially Michael Jordan. He's been in the NASCAR way back when he was playing basketball. I think I seen him at the track, but I didn't bother him because he was a superstar in basketball then. All the paparazzis around him. Some of the people get so big and they have all the paparazzi around them. I don't want to be around that stuff. And I'm not that big. I get it. They could destroy a relationship. Even if you have a relationship with God, they could destroy it. And they ain't coming between me and my Savior. But like I said, I do love my NASCAR. A lot of stuff I love, but that's one. or auto racing I do love. I should say not just NASCAR, but auto racing. Hey, Patty, how you doing? T- This is not down far enough. Happy, uh, what is it? Adam, how you doing, buddy? That's okay, Patty. At least you're here. Timothy, John, Luke, glad to see you. Yeah, everybody, I did not post that I was coming on or anything. This is because I didn't go live yesterday due to the NASCAR. Everybody knows how much of a auto racing freak I am. So today I decided to go ahead and do a live stream and that. And I'm glad you're all catching it. Just happy you're all here and that, helping the channel out. But it's more of paintbrush work. I was just talking where I'm using the Winsor Newton. Yeah, the Winsor Newton. This is the zero. I'm used to using the triple zero, but it's been acting funky for me, so I've switched up to the double zero. And before I never liked the double zero, and that's Steve Leahy's favorite brush to use. But now I think I'm so used to doing paintbrush work now that it's good. Feels all right for me. It's doing what I wanted to do. But after you do the paintbrush work so long with one brush that really you really like, now you switch up to another one, and which I didn't like his at first, but now I'm liking this double zero because it's putting out the paint the way I like and everything. Now I'm used to paintbrush because that's what it took was getting used to just like you do with the airbrush. You just get used to the airbrush, one airbrush for a good while. You just stick with that airbrush. Then when you go to grab another airbrush, you're probably going to like that one just as good, if not better, like how I'm liking this double zero now. So it's just you just keep on working with your artwork, with what brush or what paintbrush or what airbrush that you like. You keep working, and then eventually you'll end up liking another brush better. You just keep on doing your artwork the best of your ability, you'll end up liking a different brush. See, the reason I think that I didn't like this brush for the longest time is because I didn't know, I wasn't so used of holding it close to the surface. I was holding it too close, and the end of the brush would go past the lines that I put on here. But now that I'm doing the, the brushwork, now I'm used to doing it, and it feels a lot better now. Like Tim's used to so many different brushes, it doesn't matter to him anymore. And I'm glad you're here, Tim. Oh, and I found, while I was digging around the other day, I found another one of my tools that I forgot that I own. Is the electric eraser, the battery operated eraser. So now I have that back in my tool pouch to use. I'm not sure if you guys talking about this Royal. I think it's a Royal paintbrush. That's pretty nice too. I got a bunch of them also. But like I said, now I'm liking the number two or 00. Because like I said, my 000 is, I think the hair's starting to fall out of that one. I used it so much. That brush is well over 6 months, and I know I used the heck out of that brush. Like I said, this area that I'm painting is her jewelry on the dress, not costume jewelry. Because it'll become part of the dress design. Thank you, Tim. It's ended up being a little more than I thought it was going to be. A little more involved than I thought it was going to be. But I'm all right with it. And then, like I was telling people, it kind of reminds me of that Volkswagen paint and how they got a lot of the details. Y'all remember that one with all the vintage signs and stuff. That one had a lot of details. This one got a lot too. I just hope I don't bore you guys with all the paintbrush work that I have to do on it. That's why I'm trying to keep it to where I do the two videos and then work on it during while you guys don't see it. I don't want to bore you guys on it. Keep the channel interested in what work you do. The fun thing about having a wet palette, you make your color up as you go along. That's why it's good to have the show when you got, if you got enough cameras for the wet palette also. I don't have my wet palette out far enough when I do it, when I use it, because I slide it back underneath of this here and pull it out when I need to paint. I keep pulling it out, mix my paint up, and then I put it on the paintbrush as I'm going along, and then I slide it back underneath of the easel. I guess you could call this an easel. Call it the easel. Call it the vintage air stand. But like I said, it just pulls it out and then when I need paint. Yeah, because if I don't push this, push my wet palette underneath of here, underneath the painting and that, my arms will hit it, or my hand will hit it, and I'll have the water from the wet palette on my hand, or even on the side of the glove, and then I can't lay the glove on the painting because then it'll mess it up. But I have had that happen to me several times. Sometimes you get that wet palette, too much water in it, and it'll be floating up to the side, and you don't realize that when you're dipping your brush onto the wet palette, that you're getting uh, the side of your hand, a little bit of water on it, then you lean it on the painting. And that's no good. Because when I dip my brush into the wet palette, I back my hand up so I won't touch the surface. And then I move it down when I go to paint. Move my fingers down when I go to paint. Same way with operating your trigger on your airbrush. It's the same thing, in a way. That's got a ways to go. I'm working on it, but it'll get there. I've been liking watching the wood carvers here lately too, or chainsaw carvers. Been watching them here lately. They've been doing really good. TM Custom, she does good, and then Chainsaw Jen, she's been doing good. I think she helps out in the Rendezvous. I think they call it a Rendezvous in Pennsylvania, where they have hundreds of the greatest chainsaw carvers in a one show doing their carvings and that's pretty cool. It's another art skill. It's a different kind of art skill. You never know what you could pick up from a different kind of level of an art skill. Somebody doing different kinds of art. You never know. It can help you out no matter what you're doing. One day you'll say, "Oh, this artist was doing this, and they're a chainsaw carver, and I'm a paintbrush carver or airbrush painter, and it can work on this." Even the guys that do their paintbrush cans, t-shirt artists, the way they do the shadow or the way they come up with doing different things, it can help you out in the long run. A photographer artist, that's what is really good, helps you out when you're doing your artwork. How he wants to capture that picture. Lots of artists can help you out in whatever they're doing. Like we all say, it also is how landscape artists work too, or engineers, building engineers, how they figure out to do different things. They help you out in your artwork. I think the reason I like watching the NASCAR a lot, NASCAR and Indy cars, all the auto racing and that, is what it took for the different artists to come up with their paint schemes on their car, or the different paint schemes that they put on the motorcycle, or their helmets, not motorcycle helmets, but their helmets. If you go to watch these races and that, you see all that, and you're like, wow, that's cool. Drag racers, the same thing. They got nice looking people. There's it's different kind of artists. Different people good in their field. Also, Steve's good in doing the small stuff. Scott's good at doing the fancy stuff. Bill likes Bill Siegel. He likes doing the scenery stuff. Timothy John Luke there. He likes doing portraits and that. I mean, it adds up. You watch a bunch of different people, and you'll get all kinds of neat ideas. Either neat ideas or their level of what they were thinking about when they do that. I learned so much by watching each of them. Tim, I learned a lot from on his portraits and that. I thought I would never do a portrait, but now it doesn't phase me as much to do a portrait in a painting. I'm not as good as Tim or the rest of them, but it's evolving. Long as you keep, and like Tim said, long as you do 5 or 10 minutes a day on a painting and that, you'll get better. It's a guarantee you'll get better. Just stay with it. You'll get better. It'll take you a while because them guys didn't, all of them didn't do it overnight. It took them a while to get as good as they are, but they kept working at it. T-shirt guys, they do so many T-shirts in a day. They're guaranteed to get better with the airbrush and their artwork because they have to do that production. Now, when you're laying back doing the art like me, I'm just doing it, trying to do as much as I can every day on the artwork to get better. I got to pick up the pace and get to, if I want to get to their level, I have to put some time in. I got to put some serious time in if you want to get to their level, unless you're gifted enough. And that could help you out in the long run, too. If you like doing art, this is this is what you do. Put your time in. Stay with it. You get a couple minutes during the day, do some drawing or whatever you feel comfortable doing, do it. They have so much different kinds of art media that you can use. I mean, if your job takes you away from the art, it really doesn't take you away. Just how you think about it. What can you do while you're away? Uh, Grab the watercolor paint set, and start painting with a brush doing the watercolor. Um, if you like drawing and that, you can practically draw anywhere on your bus ride, even though it's a little bumpy, but it helps you out if it's bumpy and that. That way your hand's shaking and you can figure out how to do it while it's bumpy. That'll help your artwork out. Everything will help your artwork out no matter how you do it and when you do it. If you're at the ocean and you're sitting there at the beach and that, you draw or pick up the watercolor and start doing the water painting or whatever. Magic markers, get yourself a set of magic markers. Do it there if it's real windy out that day. There's all kinds of different media to take with you to do your artwork. If you got to wait on a plane, stuff like that, you can put your time in. But you just put a little bit of time in each day, you'll get a lot better. You'll enjoy it. You'll see different things. Even if it like your line ends up messing up, you can if your line messes up, you might figure out a different way how to fix that line while you're riding down the road or whatever. How to make that line turn into something completely different on your artwork that you know it's there and you can see it, but other people won't be able to see it with what you did. How you mixed up, if you're doing with watercolor, how you came up with a different kind of color. You didn't think that color would work that way, but now you mixed up a different color that it was an accident. Now you got something unique that it's more than what other people have by just riding down the road and the road was bumpy. See, some of these colors I put on here is a basic color, but when I started the paint, since I started the painting, I have a different color in the background, but I have a basic color that I'm putting on here that's changing the colors to a different way. So it's kind of I'm letting it do its that I'm letting the colors work with each other. Let it all the more layers you put on, the different color that you're going to get. By having the one color underneath, and then you're taking your wet palette and you're putting either a 4011 on the wet palette and mixing it onto this will change that color in a way. So I'm just letting it do it. I don't really care. Long when I at the end I get close to this and just close enough. It'll do. Let the painting do what it wants to do. My colors, I'm letting the colors do what they want to do. As it dries, if I'll know if I have too much paint going on here, that I'll wait overnight. I'll say, okay, I ain't gonna touch that spot until the next day. Let it dry, and then come back at it. And if I feel it needs something else, I'll add that into the color mixture. Because sometimes you can make up a color, and you say, wow, that's spot on. That's the color I really want. But when it dries, it can end up drying differently. Or The other part is not only when it dries, it ends up differently. When you go to put that clear or shellac or whatever you're putting over top of it to seal that color in, that could change that color also. So it's always evolving. Your painting is always evolving. Get it to where you like it, and let it go. You're done with it. Whatever it does after you're done with it, and you feel that you're comfortable with selling it that way and giving it to the person that way, you're done with it. If they have complaints afterwards, it's really on. I say it's really on them. I've done the best I can. You paid me to do the best that I can on your painting, and I have done the best I can. I have put time in on your painting what you wanted me to put time in on. And I feel it's really looking good. I like how that looks now. So, like I said, you just keep working away, and eventually it all comes to you. Sometimes I'm a hard but that's what it takes. A wood carver has it really bad because they can only take some. You can only take out. It's either a wood carver or a stone maker guy doing stone work. He only has so much that he could take off, and he has him or her. They have to worry about cracks in the wood, or mason guy. He's got to worry about if he hits that stone wrong, that it'll split the way that he really didn't want it to. They have it bad. We all have it bad, no matter what we're painting or artwork. World has it to where it's a catch 22. Everybody has a something that's different, and it'll be you'll have to watch. You always have to watch out what goes on. All artists have something that they're afraid of what's going to happen. I have learned that a lot through here lately. I mean, I did a painting up for the one guy, and it got messed up in the mail. That was out of my control. I can't do nothing about it. But the only thing I could do was try to give him another painting that's just as good as that, if not better. Uh, Another guy, I gave him his painting at the car show, his car painting, and he put it on the seat in his car and that. But when he went to fold the seat back to go in a different area of the car, it folded that painting. Stuff like that's going to happen. We can't be too hard on ourselves when we have to redo it or worry about our paintings after we're done with them. You gotta get over it and get over it quick. After you're done painting it, you shouldn't think about it anymore. Let it go. I mean, you can think about it, but the way you think about it, it's like that was a fun painting. That was fun. That was interesting. It was different. And then if you're smart enough, take a picture of that painting when you're done with it. That way you have it, and you can look back on it and say, "Yep, that was the best I could do at that time." And now I could take what I took a picture of and I have it on digital that I could look back on it and say, huh, that's what I did before. That's why Steve, like Steve Leahy says, when you cut up all the stuff, yeah, everybody, when you cut up your stuff or when you do these paintings and that, save your image that you're looking at, your drawings. If you're doing a drawing painting, take a picture of that after you have it all done and save it. You'll have it in a folder, and that folders is the best place to keep things. Uh, and if the fire happens, at least you got it on digital on your phone and that. Get one of them. They have them things where you could download all your pictures onto a little thing, keep it somewhere to where it'll be safe. Throw it in your car. That way, if anything should happen, at least you'll have it in there. It's a card reader and that. So when you plug it in to your laptop or your computer, you'll have that on file at all times. Keep your file going. Everything that I take at the end of my session of the day, I try to take a picture of everything that I have done so far. I try to. I don't always, but I try to. But it's like the next time you do it, if you have to do that painting again, at least you have it on file and you know you have a file that you can refer to. That's the way I do it. But it's just a matter, just keep on working, keep working away. Everybody, just keep working on your art. Don't feel like doing the artwork that day, take the day off. But I guarantee you probably be thinking about some kind of artwork that you want to do. Even if you're driving down the road, you think, oh, that'd be cool painting to do. I know I do. Oh, and I don't know if I ever showed you guys this that I have. These are, let's see this. These are got posted. It's like kind of a post-it thing. There's sticky points on it. You get these off of Amazon and that. They have the arrow. You can write things on there. Like if you want to do, all right, you say, oh, we got to do that. And you write a note there and put it on that painting when you put the painting away and everything. They have all kinds of different colors that you can use to do it. Pretty cool thing to have. And like I said, they have sticky things on there, so that's a pretty cool thing to have. And another pencil. And one cool thing, always have near your where you're working on your art, is a good lead pencil. Have a good pencil there. The eraser on it, have that near you. Pencils is a good thing to have next to your workstation, or the colored pencils, have them here next to you. Yeah, the little post-it things, they're pretty neat, Patty. Like if you want to write a note to yourself so when you come back later to do your art, you have a note there to remind you of it. I always have I always have different post-it pieces around me. I have different all kinds of different things. I have the yellow pads. I have them. These are the shorter ones. I have the bigger one. I have the this is even this is a bigger clear post-it. It's a nice big one. It came in all kinds of different sizes and that, so you can see right through it. If I want to take where I could take this and put it across there, and then do the eyes out and have it on here to where I cover up the eyes or something like that, where I could draw it up on here, and then I post this back up on there. But I take her like if I put it on here, I was like I want to have her eyes and that. I could take this and center it right there and put it right there, and then take that other arrow one and stick it up here to where I know that's where I want the corner of this to be on on this painting. So when I uh, go to take this off, because when you draw on this clear post-it thing, you're supposed to you do it in pencil, no pen or anything. Do it in pencil, and that way you can cut it, take it, and cut it out on anything on your whatchamacallit, your cut board. But it's cool to have that clear one. I like having the clear one. Post-it thing is one thing that I grabbed. I got a lot of different kinds of different sizes. The clear one, I have a lot of different sizes. If you look on Post-it, they have so many different things. They could probably open up a store with just Post-it things. All right, now let's see what else we're going to do. I think I think I'm gonna go with the black and the dark blue, and we gotta do some hairlines. But I want to do the hairlines to where I want to do like how you see around the face and that, how some of it dark. So I want to do like I'm doing a dark line to where I know where I want the dark paint to be when I go to put it in the airbrush and paint it. I have something that says, Mike, don't go past that line. That'll be my dark area. The same thing up in the hair, up top there. Try to keep it to where it'll be the dark area. But I want the airbrush, I want to have the airbrush spray to them areas and that. So now it's all about I want to try to do some of the hair in. I have it dark, but it's not dark enough yet. I can really. It's just a matter of figuring out. Really, I want to do some of these up in here in a way. Do some of them lines, fix them up a little bit. How she has a little one going there. I could do those lines. She got a little one there. She got that there. I don't know what that is back there, but we're gonna put it on there anyway. I think I might leave it out. I don't know why it's there. I think I'm gonna leave that out. It looks like a upside down question mark. If it's upside down question mark, you don't need it. But she got different things like the heart. I need to darken that up a little bit and give it a little bit pizzazz. The mouth, I still need to work on that. Uh, Back in here, she has teeth. Uh, she has teeth in there. There's two teeth, two of the front teeth in there. You can I mean, barely see it. But all the hearts are dark, a little bit darker red than that. But it just, like I said, it's just a matter of getting things to flow right. This has got to flow right in here. So I need to darken some of this up, get a line going to where I can get that line going for her hair to come around. And it comes around down in there. This is going to be a process. I've been putting it off long enough. The same way with the dress. If you look at the dress, it's got the same thing. You see some of these are where I have where it's going to be the darker color going in there in some of these areas, leaving the inner part light. But it's where I'm going to be getting airbrush out and doing some dark stuff. But I need to put all these lines in there too. Every line will help me out in the long run. Every line helps you out in the long run when you go to airbrushing that. You bring the dark, so it's like on the hair and that, it's going to be all the dark blue. I got to do a dark blue line, not a black line, and just a dark blue line and everything. I have done the dress. You see, I worked it on down a little bit just to give it a little bit for the dress. Because, like I said, it's not part of a necklace, it's part of the dress. But did those in dark, but I still could come in with the darker brown and add it in there a little bit more to get it all to pop a little bit more and that and just keep on playing with it. I gotta keep on playing with it. Same thing up here, gotta keep on playing. Get some of the dark colors going and the light colors going to get the jewelry to pop. Get the jewelry to pop there, get some of this part of the dress to pop. It's just take it easy, go for it. Same thing with her crown. Just take it easy. It's a lot. It is a lot. It is, like I said, it's so intense. It's kind of like the Volkswagen paint. It's going to take a lot for this one to be really good. And I'm going to have a lot of hours on this one. Going to be a lot. You guys are going to see this one for a long time growing. And the one good thing about this Visionaire thing, I Visionaire easel, I can let's take this off. You guys won't move. You guys will move with when I move the Visionaire, but I could take it when I need to go to the top part. I can lean it back, and then I can. Let me move these. I can lean it forward as much as I want to where I could get to the top, and I won't be. So now I moved you down by my head. My head's sticking in the way. But you guys are still focused in on it. But now I can come up here and don't feel so uncomfortable when I go up there and to start doing the artwork. And the artwork has not changed its place. But now I can come up here with the brush, tilt it forward enough to where I could work on the top, or I could tilt it back far enough to where I could work on the bottom. That's the cool thing about this Visionaire. And plus, I have you mounted on up on here with my phone that it doesn't mess with your sight at all with the Visionaire because I have you mounted on the board and that, and I'm on the desk. It doesn't bother me at all. Visionaire, I can move the Visionaire anywhere I want and bring it closer to me or push it away from me to where I'm just right here. It doesn't bother me. But now I can come up and you'll see where I can get up in here, do a little bit of work and everything and all. So that's pretty. That's a nice setup. Visionaire has a nice. This Visionaire setup is a nice thing to have. To me, it's been a great thing to have. Um, I'm out here in this area with all my art stuff and everything's all in this area. It's everything reachable. But if I'm thinking about getting another one of these Visionaire boards to put in my room to where I could take the painting when I'm doing paintbrush work. I could take it in the other room and do the paintbrush work and leave here with doing the airbrush work, or bring it back here when I go to put the airbrush work back in over top of my paintbrush work. It's a really neat setup. I love this Visionaire. I'm not being sponsored by them or anything. I'm not being sponsored by Visionaire or Spray Gunner or the other company in that sells it. But I give them all props for having things like this that we can use to do our artwork. Spray Gunner, who's the other one? I can't think of them. They're good also. I think I get a lot from when I get art supply. I get a lot from Spray Gunners, and I get a lot from I forget who the other one, Airbrush or same one Scott gets his from stuff from to Scott McKay. Scott McKay, Steve Leahy, Timothy John Luke, William, Ryan Townsend. Uh, man, I hope that guy gets back into doing some airbrush work soon. He said he's gonna do a big thing. I'm looking forward to it. I love his work, his artwork. We have lost some great artists in that. Need to get them back on here. I know they're busy with other stuff. Alright, that's enough of me yapping away. I'm gonna go ahead and do some of my lines in for the wood and that. I want this to stick up a little bit. I yap too much, I think. So I want to do the wood. We're gonna grab a little. I don't know how long I've been on here. I've probably been on here long enough. Adam, you still here? You're still here, man. Great having Adam in the chat room. All of you. It's always good to have you guys in the chat room. Love seeing you. Adam, Patty, Timothy, John, Luke. Always great having you guys. And girls. Or ladies. I should say should I say ladies or girls? Girls make you feel young, I would think. And guys, just one of the guys you hang out with, young guys you hang out with, girls, young girls being there. Gals, how's gals? Alright, let's start. I got you too far. Need to take this down a little bit. Right there. I'm going to do these straight lines going down. If my hand, if you're doing a lot like lines like this, and some of it's messed up in that, don't worry about it. Some people rather see it look like a hand shaky or airbrush look or something like that. I think it looks a little bit better when it's kind of shaky to me, not a straight line. That's my opinion. I ain't out to win any awards with the painting. None of my paintings I'm interested in any good awards. If I put them in a contest and that, it's going to be based off of what I do, not what I can do or need to do. Not based off of how my skill levels are or based off the work. I think I might need a drink of soda. My mouth dry. can't shake it. There you go. Let's see what happened there. See, some of these lines uh, don't show up. That's all right. We know it's there. Your eyes really think it sees it all. How long have I been on here? We got an hour and a half. I think I can cut the video at an hour and a half. Let y'all get back to what you need to do or what you have going on with this President's Day. Thank you all for coming on by. I don't know if y'all seen the frog being done, the frog painting. That's all done. So that one turned out pretty good. And then the Harley painting, I called that one done. Let y'all see that one. Patty's a good fit. Patty likes motorcycles, and that one's all done. So let's see, that one came out all right too. But it's all good. That one done. My squirrel painting, it's done. They're all clear coat, ready for people to pick them up or send out to the people. Let's see the squirrel painting. Show you that one. That one's all done. It's the squirrel painting. It's all done. So there you go on that. And I'm working on this one. And I already clear coated all of them too. So like I say, hit that like and subscribe, and you get to see all kinds of different work. I think the next animal painting that I do is going to be a leopard coming out this, a leopard's head coming out the side. That's going to be the next one. I'm going to animal painting. I'm going to do because yeah, I think the leopard painting is going to be pretty nice to see that one. That's going to be the next animal painting, and then I'm going to work up after. This one's going to take me a good while before I get to the other paintings. The leopard's going to be one, and then I'm going to make up the next another painting. I want to do something completely off the wall, completely different. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I haven't thought about it or anything. Might be it's going to be something different, completely different, off the wall. Could be an original design and everything. Uh, but we never know. We never know what Michael will put up and start doing as artwork. Uh, but the leopard's going to be a cool one, and that'll be. I'm not sure if I might do. I can. I can do that on a clay board, that leopard one, because I just want to do mainly the head and the neck. I might just do that on a clay board. I do have another clay board the same size as that frog painting. Maybe we'll do that leopard on the clay board. So, yeah. So that's what we got, people. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe, and you'll know when I come back on live. I give you this one today, this morning. Today's Monday because yesterday I wanted to watch my racing, and it was the Daytona 500, and I'm a auto race fanatic. I love my auto racing, and that was the Super Bowl of auto racing. So there you go. Thank you all for coming on by. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and the chat and everything except for the thumbs down. All right. You all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Steve Leahy's live feed tonight at 7 or 6 o'clock. All right. Have an awesome day, everybody. Bye.